Assalamu alaikum viewers, it's very bad news today that one of the greatest young actors of Bollywood, Sushant Singh Rajput, died. In fact, he committed a suicide. So today I thought that I will be discussing that what are the reasons that why people commit suicide. When ordinary peoples are committing suicide, we talk about the hunger and other problems, the social problems they are facing in their lives. But when the celebrities like Sushant and others they commit suicide, it just they shock the world that certainly they did not die of hunger. They were not worried about the food. Neither their the relatives they were dying of the hunger. So today I will try to discuss certain reasons that what are the things which are compelling people to take such extreme step, and they just play with their lives, and they just bring an unnatural death to their lives. So I'm very saddened to hear this news. So let's go and try to find out certain reasons that why people commit suicide, why the people with great reputation, when they become personalities, they become celebrities, and they bring a shocking the end to their lives. So let's discuss certain reasons. Viewers, the very first reason that could be the possible for committing suicide, I believe that is the mental health. If someone is mentally disturbed, is not behaving normally, and he feels just uncomfortable in the society, in the environment that person lives, and then he become depressed, and that depression through which he goes, that compels him to take extreme step and bring end to the life. So depression, I believe this is the very basic or the very first reason that is compelling people to commit suicide. So we must be very careful about the people who are around us, and in fact about our own self. We must try to avoid that depression. Sometimes what happens when we think too much about the things and we don't find the results that we want, and that that pushes us in the depression, and ultimately when we don't find out a way, people don't find out the way, they commit suicide. So depression, the disturbance, the mental health, that is the basic problem, that is the basic reason for the that encourages people to commit suicide. So try to be very careful about the people who are around you, or the people who are meeting with you. If you feel that they are depressed, try to be the part of their solution. Try to bring them out from that depression, and try to encourage them, try to give some hope to them. Otherwise that depression can bring the disastrous results for those individuals. So try to take a special care of those individuals who are depressed. Then I believe that the hopelessness, when someone becomes hopeless and they don't see any the future, they don't see any hope in their lives, and they think that their life is over and they don't have any other way. So when they lose their life, when they lose their hope, they lose their lives. And it is the very common when we say that the famous Hindi or Urdu sentence that umid pe dunya kaam hai, and when that umid is no more there, then the life is no more. So try to be the hopeful always, don't get depressed. In fact that is also the part of our faith, that is the part of our iman, if we talk about from religious point of view, that we must never lose our hope. Whatever troubles, hardships, they are coming in our way, we must be, the bold enough. We should be brave and strong. We must have some mental the training, the mental capacity to face those challenging. So rather than giving up and bringing a destructive end to our lives, we must be, the optimistic. Though the hard times they come in the lives, these are the part of the lives, but that does not mean that when we will face challenges and hardships, we will lose our hopes and ultimately we will lose lives. So this is not a way. So we must be positive, and I believe that in every difficulty, in every challenge, there is an opportunity. So rather than giving up to those challenges and difficulties, we must be brave, and we should be mentally strong to fight against those challenges, and we must try to achieve, or we must try to face those challenges. So we must never lose our hope. When the hope is lost, I believe everything is lost. So the ray of hope, we must keep it alive, and that will bring the brightness, that will bring the happiness in our life. So if we talk about the comment of this young actor, certainly, as I said earlier, that he did not die of hunger. Maybe he was in depression, or maybe he became the hopeless. So these could be the possible reasons. Viewers, the other possible reasons could be the failures in our lives. We have seen many young people in every country. Let's take the example of our own country. When the youth, they fail in certain exams, and they are unable to handle the, the mental pressure, or that they take of that failure and they commit suicide. So remember, the failures are again the part of life. So when you fail somewhere in your life, maybe in exam, maybe in job, or maybe in any target, that does not mean that you will bring end to your life. So accept those failures and prepare more, and try to put your more efforts next time, and we are sure that you will be successful in your next attempt. So don't attempt suicide. Involve your more efforts and try to overcome those failures. So failures should not be reasons for committing suicide. Viewers, another reason that I feel, that when people they lose certain relations, then they become depressed, and when they think that their relation with someone, maybe that is a relation with maybe that is a love relation, or maybe another. So when they break up, when their relation is over, they feel separated, and they could not handle it. They could not handle the pain or the depression of that separation, and in the result they commit suicide. But remember, life is a walking journey, and every day's course you will meet many different people. If some people will come in your life, maybe some people will go out of your life. So that follow that the process of the coming into the life and going away, that will continue. So you should not lose your hope. And if someone is separated, maybe you lose your loved one, maybe you lose your love, that does not mean that you will become a weak person and you will commit a suicide. So in such situation, again, you should be strong. And if you are losing someone, so don't panic, just train yourself, try to keep yourself busy in some other activities, and just keep yourself busy and try to forget the memories that you had with someone. So do not commit suicide. As I said, that this is a way forward. If someone will go from your life, and ultimately someone other will come in your life, and maybe they become a ray of hope for you. So in the in separation of someone, at the loss of someone, please do not commit suicide. try to be strong and try to face those hardships in the great way. Be strong enough to face those challenges. Sometimes another reason maybe social isolation. You believe that you are isolated from your family, from your friend, and you feel that your life is burden to others, and you feel that your life is useless. Remember, no one is useless in this world. Every individual has a value. God has created every individual with some purpose. So do not think in that way that you are useless and you are burden to this society or you are a burden to this world. So think positive. That is, as I said, that God has not created anything useless. So you are very useful for this society. So try to give something positive, try to contribute something towards the society, and try to involve yourself in the circle of friends. Try to make new friends, try to meet with them. So in loneliness or in social isolation, do not commit suicide. Viewers, if you have any such problem related to you, the depression, hopelessness, and the other things that I discussed, please try to share those problems with someone who is close to you or where you feel comfortable. And I'm sure that when you will share your problems with the people you trust, that will reduce the suicide ratio. That will reduce the depression that you are carrying on your mind. So speak up, share your internal issues, share your problems with others, and try to save your important life. As I was reading a report that was published by World Health Organization, that around 800,000 people, let me repeat, 800,000 people commit suicide every year. It means that almost after every 40 seconds a person commits a suicide. That is a very high ratio. So the reasons are mostly depression. The most common reason for committing suicide is depression, hopelessness, loneliness. So these are the things that we can avoid by taking the proper mental training and maybe engaging ourselves in some healthy activities. So these are the issues that can be addressed, and if we address those issues, we can save millions of lives every year. I hope you will try to inspire, you will try to motivate people who are around you, and in everyday's course you meet with many people, your friends, your family members. Please, if you find any symptom of depression or any anxiety, any hopelessness in them, try to inspire them, try to motivate them, try to bring something optimistic in their lives. So rather than dragging them in pessimism, encourage them, try to motivate them that they should live their lives despite of they're having a lot of trouble. They should be brave enough to live their lives. Viewers, I hope that you will share this video with your friends. Maybe the people watch this and they could speak up about their issues, and we could avoid the suicide ratios in our society. Thank you very much, and again let me share my sadness and my pain about the death of the great Indian or the Bollywood actor. In fact, this 2020 year has been very painful, the pandemic and the loss of other great personalities. I wish I could delete this calendar, this year from the calendar, but it's not possible. These are the challenging times, and we must face those challenging times with courage. So keep inspiring, keep motivating. Love you all. Goodbye.